Oh my God, hurry up. Pass me the phone. Come on. Oh my God, hi, Carrie. What you mean? Hi, beauty. And it's Dominique Nicole. You already know DJ the rapper. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy.
Carrie, tell it like it is through your radio. Fully syndicated, funny for the silly folks. Always keep it positive, never negative. Carrie's Corner is the name. Welcome to the show. Hot top celebrities bringing in the voice of the community. It ain't gonna stop. And when they start to play the beats, I'ma have to write you up a eulogy cause they're so hot. And I stay live, and I stay woke when the man trying to keep me on demand. Yeah, DJ B, I'm Beauty and Dominique Nicole did it again.
Carrie's Corner will show you just what you were made of. Carrie's Corner will have the music playing through ya. Carrie's Corner will have you sipping on some tea. Carrie's Corner, tell it like it is, you and me. Carrie's Corner, syndicated radio.
Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy.
I guess that's a pro, huh? What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Kerry D. Singleton. It's the Kerry's Corner Radio Show. And happy Valentine's Day and happy Fashion Week if you live in New York City and you're listening to me today on Monday. It is Valentine's Day, and happy Valentine's Day to each and everybody, because for me, Valentine's Day isn't about lovers, it's about love. So happy Valentine's Day to everybody, all right? Always good to spread love, especially nowadays. We definitely need it. Fashion Week here in New York City is coming to a close this week. Fashion Week is, of course, not even a week. It's actually longer than that. And it's February and September. So this week, we'll be celebrating and attending here on the Kerry's Corner Radio Show New York Fashion Week, NYC Live at Fashion Week. Shout out to William Michael Reed and everybody that will be putting that great event together that we'll be attending this week here in New York City. We will definitely talk about it next week. Good, bad, or indifferent, right? Keep on. So we'll give you for those of you all that are not in New York City, we'll give you a recap. But it's always a dope event. Great designers, great production. Alve Alexander is one of my favorite people in the world. She's also one of the featured designers this year, and she also made my book, The Wanderer's Game, into a Broadway playback in 2015,
wow, that's awesome.
I think. Yeah, very good friend of mine. So we'll be celebrating her birthday, and it's always great to meet the designers. They're so talented, and you know, that's usually to be honest, that's my favorite part of going to the fashion shows, is meeting the designers, the creative people behind the clothes. So keep on. What do you remember about last year's event? Because that was your first fashion show.
Oh yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible to go and see a fashion show and how that's put together, because I've never experienced anything really like that. Mm-hmm. To go behind the scenes and see all the preparation that goes into the show, because it is like this huge performance with elaborate costumes, and the models are all running around back there and getting ordered around by the staff to go here, go there, go everywhere. And then people are showing up late and doing all this drama that's happening back scene, but like it all comes together into something that's awesome to watch. I mean, right. You know, Kerry has his own opinion about fashion shows, but I like the show of it. It's awesome. Kerry
doesn't have his own opinions about fashion shows, so stop it. They're fun-ish, I guess, sort of, to watch. And you know what it is? I'm not into fashion. I like to wear what I like to wear, and that's that. And so, like, I kind of find myself saying a lot of times, like, who the hell would really wear that outside?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I guess I have to understand that a lot of the garments that are made for different events.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are not going to wear those outfits, by and large, to Macy's or to Walmart. You know what I mean? They're going to wear it to Yeah, so
they're meant to be extravagant. They're
Yeah,
meant to be
exactly.
bigger than what you would normally
right.
wear.
Well, and then some of them, of course, those clothes, man. Like it's like they're wearing nothing more than dental floss. Like,
That's true.
really?
Sometimes the lack of clothes can be a big show.
Clearly. Yeah. So we're going to talk to some people from NYC Fashion Week live here in New York City. That'll be happening this Wednesday. It's gonna be fun. Junior, you've never been to an NYC a New York Fashion Week show. Okay. So this will be Junior's. His virginity will be broken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he gets to go in the pit.
The pit with Mr. Cox. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. With all the. It's interesting. The photographers are straight up savages. It's fun to watch them like elbow each other and knock themselves out.
Over it
just
for a
to
shot.
get that shot.
The money shot.
Yeah, the money shot.
Not that money shot.
So, oh my God, man. Anyway, pick up the December-January issue of Intrigue magazine, which is out now. Though, in short order, I need to be promoting the next one. But we're waiting for you, Dwayne. Intrigue magazine, let's go. So you'll be covering Fashion Week for Intrigue magazine, Kevon. You're really moving up in the world, buddy.
Yes, I'm excited to cover it.
Yeah. So I guess all the designers had better let you through when you come in there with your notepad and not a notepad, but
with my camera and recorder.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna, get me into all the backstage.
let
anything.
this guy through, or he'll say mean things.
I won't print any slander.
Yeah, I know. We don't get that like that on Intrigue, at Intrigue magazine. Also, make sure, please, everybody, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell for notifications. Our Kerry's Conversation segment is becoming pretty popular, so let's get right into that because I think that's what we should do. All right.
I think there needs to be a warning before we start this one.
Well, Kevon picked this one. I thought it was more than appropriate for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, good topic.
Yes, good topic. So the topic today is who should pay on a first date? Who should pick up the bill for on the first date? Now, this is very specific about what we're talking about. It's the first date.
Yes.
So why don't we start off with Kevon, since you picked the question?
Okay, the first date. So I've been in a couple first date scenarios. I like that situation. I've always been raised with the idea that the man should pick up the bill on a first date. That's what my dad's told me. That's what my mom's told me. That's what I've always found myself doing. And I kind of like doing it. Lately, I've heard that people like to say that the person who asks you out on the date should pay. I think that that's fair. But mostly in practice, I find that that's going to be me. And I'm not upset to throw in my money in that situation either.
Okay. You are the definition of a gentleman. Your parents did a very good job. Okay, the other side to that coin.
I get the other
I'm not
side
saying that you
treatment,
weren't.
man.
I'm not
That
saying that
ain't
you weren't
right.
raised well, brother. But hurry up, we don't have a lot of time.
Oh no, I'm not gonna eat up the time on this one. All right, so first date.
Yeah, who do you think should pay on the first date?
Well, okay, let's be honest. I'm gonna agree with Kevon. Believe it or not, yeah, I think the man should pay on the first date. However, that was then. Rules have changed,
Okay.
as we all know. And
Okay.
unfortunately, now we're at the who asks first, or there should be an agreement before the date happens. There should be an agreement. But honestly, I don't see a problem with a man paying first, as long as the woman appreciates it and doesn't. The woman appreciates it and doesn't do the stay on the phone all the time and waste the time.
He made sure he said that clearly.
Okay, so before we ask Paul's opinion, I have to ask, because this is the year 2022, right? Right? This is the year 2022.
Very correct.
So you got to bring your mic back over, Dre, because I'm going to expect you to respond to this. You guys both said that you think that the man should pay for the first date. But what if A, they're both men, or B, 2022. Or B, they're both women.
Oh, that's easy. The person who asked.
Okay.
Problem solved.
Okay.
I believe it's fair.
Okay. They can't hear you when your mic's not on.
I know. Make sure they don't hear what I just said.
Keep on. What if they're I don't know the acronyms. I can't go through all the letters and stuff. But if they're both men or they're both women.
Right. If you're in a gay relationship, that sort of thing, I would definitely say the person who asked. I'm going to default to that. That seems to be the common knowledge in this day.
What's your answer, Mr. Dorsa?
All right, I'll try and be quick because I know we got to wrap it up. But I haven't been on a first date in a really long time just because me and my girlfriend have been together for a while. But what she said to me in regards to our first date was we went out for pizza, and I don't remember who asked who. It was so long ago, but I don't remember exactly like feeling that confident with the situation. Like I didn't know the vibe, so pretty much I said that we should split the bill because we were also friends too.
Okay, well then, yeah.
And she said to me like,
"You're still together?"
Yeah, and she said to me like, looking back, like she shouldn't have went back out with me on another date because of that. But at the time,
social media poisoning.
But at the time, I was in college. I didn't have a job or like a full-time job, so like money was kind of tight. So I can see both ways. I would say now I'd learn from my mistake and definitely would pay on the first date because I think it's good to like, you know, put your best foot out there and try and impress. But I guess, you know, I might have almost blew it there.
But you didn't, though. So I guess you didn't make a mistake. You two still together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My answer, I guess, I'm gonna.
I mean, I should have bucked up for the pizza. I mean, what did it cost? $30?
I don't. $30.
Well, for like, you know, for pizza and drinks, I don't know. It probably wasn't much more with a tip. I could have probably, in hindsight, probably should have just paid the whole thing.
Well, I'm gonna say my answer is very simple. Whoever asked who out on the date is my answer. Why are you looking surprised? I mean, yeah, like because the person who asked is the. I mean, I can't really fathom. You know, I don't go on a lot of dates. That's a whole nother topic.
Understandable.
But I mean, I can't really fathom you're asking somebody to go on a date and you expect them to pay, but you ask.
Oh, you think that's bad? How about this? You ready?
No, I don't think I am.
Oh, no. This got to go up. The way things have become now is not only do they come to you talking about a date, but then they tell you where they want to go, and sometimes it ain't cheap. And then the problem comes from, all right, you want me to do all of these things for you for what, a thank you?
Okay.
Or barely even that.
Yes, that's what, this is like not going to turn into that kind of a conversation.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, the first date does not mean anything obligatory. And if you think that, then once again, your last name should be Flintstone.
Well, guess what?
All this talking of dating is just stressing me out. Like, it seems really tough, and I'm glad I don't have to deal with it anymore.
It's got me in it, but you'll be all right.
All right. I don't know what he just said, but probably that's a good thing. All right, you guys. Again, happy Fashion Week. Happy Valentine's Day. This is Kerry's Corner. You know, home for throwbacks, new jacks. Let's get into these new jacks right here, right now.
Hey, yo, what's happening? This your boy 5 Mics. Anytime I'm looking for great entertainment or the latest scoop on the music industry, I pick up Intrigue magazine. Cause everything I read in is so intriguing. Don't believe me? Then find out on your own. IntrigueMagazine.com, where reading is a pleasure.
And now it's time for those exclusive New Jack joints right here on Kerry's Corner, your new home for throwbacks and New Jacks.
Hi, this is Margot Thunder, and you're listening to the Kerry's Corner radio show. And this is my single, What Do You Do?
Time again. If I give you all of me, maybe we can be more than friends. But every chance I get, you take my love, then you walk away. Well, every bone in my body wishes you would stay. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? When love don't love
do I get in return? My girls keep asking me, Margot, when you gonna learn? But baby, I'm just a fool for love, and you're so deep. Will I ever be more to you than just a late night creep? What do you do? What do you do? When love don't love you. What do you do? When love don't love you. When love don't love you. What do you do? Keep trying to make it work, but maybe I need to think about myself first. But I love you. But I wanna know how you feel about me. What do you do? When love don't love you. What do you do? What do you do? Love don't love you.
Trina. Come on, girl.
It's about to go down.
Cause I've been thinking about you. I hope you're thinking about me. Let's go.
I can tell you how I feel about you tonight. Boy, I want you, need you, gotta have you. Please unite. I can tell you how I feel about you tonight. Boy, I want you,
Hey, yo, I came into this game, right? Sitting on them things, right? Yes. You just don't even act like, yo, I ain't the one that's getting mad. I'm the one that's riding around in that iced out Jag. Yo, some rock bottles on the dashboard. We cruising on this crash course. Shorty got back with them heels, and she's my candy rain. Cause I'm so for real. I mean, I'm so ill. I mean, I'm so skilled. I even got that house on the hill. Yo, I am the truth for real. Yo, I'm running in these women like I'm Dr. Phil. And my pockets swollen like it's Botox, which keeps me balling up in them ass dots. Yo, I know y'all niggas is vexing till the ladies got some rock on deck. What's next? Hold up.
I gotta tell you the boy is mine. I can tell you. I gotta tell you my love is blind. I can tell you. And if you want it, boy, let me know. I can tell you. Let it go. If you need me, boy, I'll be here. I can tell you. Come in, baby, don't have no fear. I can tell you.
Let's chill, we can go and grab a dinner in a movie. Yo, I even got one better. I can keep you laced up in them fine Chanel sweaters. Yo, and top you off with a little liquor. Yes, oh yeah, cause I am that. Yo, throw them deuces up. Go and tell your girlfriends you'll be gone to November. Yo, your neck frozen like the winter. Pinky ring like the size of the equator. Yo, so I expect the haters to show a little ice grill, cause I'm making top paper. Yo, so come along and take a ride with me. Miss Aaliyah, come rock the boat with me. Yo, I am so fortunate like the world, don't let alone. I keep the swag on trill, and that's real, girl.
I can tell you how I feel about you tonight. And need you, gotta have you. I can tell you how I feel about you tonight. And inside of me. Turn my dreams into reality. But as the story goes, lessons are meant to be told. It was never you that I needed, but the strength I didn't see within me. Feelings ain't right. I pushed them aside, but I didn't wanna sleep alone at night. What a cheap price tag. No, really, what a cheap price tag. One night stay, it's getaway, energy strain, the price I pay. Diamonds say bling, 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 but they can't feel me, feel me. Make me told, but who will catch me when I fall? Material girls, lover, material world. I don't want these things. Are you listening? Loyalty, time, love, keeping money, patience, teamwork, compatibility. If it's not I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied. Diamonds say bling, 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 but they can't feel me, feel me. Shoes make me told, but who will catch me when I fall? Material girls, lover, material world. I don't want these things. Are you listening? Are you listening? You can't buy love. You can't buy love. Are you
track, beat the track. Beat the track, beat the track. Flashback. Beat the track.
What you wanna do? Say, baby, what you wanna do? Just get your things. 'Cause I can tell you wanna go back. We can chill just like we did before. Access granted, 'cause I can say the rules to play. Just tell me you want to. Whatever you want will be just fine. I love the chase, we take the pace. Just my dear love, I'm so excited you're mine. Baby, get the keys and go. Up to the stars on your face. You're lying. I'm here to love. Let's let the rhythm flow. Tell me when I tip your wrist. You're lying. I'm here to love. Keep giving all your love. Your loving to me. Yeah. Can't get enough. You're everything I wanted. 'Cause I can say the rules to play. Just tell me you want to. Whatever you want will be just fine. I love the chase, we take the pace. Just my dear love, I'm so excited you're mine. Baby, get the keys and go. Up to the stars on your face. You're lying. I'm here to love. As we let the rhythm flow. Tell me when I tip your wrist. You're lying. I'm here to love. She's all mine. She's all mine. She's Baby, get the keys and go. Up to the stars on your face. You're lying. I'm here to love. Let's do it again. Let's let the rhythm flow. Take a one to the grace. You're lying. I'm here to love. Turn it out the big. Turn it out the big.
And we're back on the Kevin's Corner Radio Show. Just came out of our New Jack segment. We heard Margot Thunder, formerly of the group 9.9 out of Boston, Massachusetts. She calls that one, What Do You Do? We heard from Dada Terry, one of the most requested New Jack songs on the Kevin's Corner Radio Show last year with the Night and Day remix. Mariah Hester out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Material Girl. I just think gumbo. Every time I hear that song, I just think of gumbo and how much I wish I had some. And last but not least, we heard from my buddy Calvin Michaels out of Washington, D.C. Dope YouTuber, and he calls that one Addicted. Right now, we're going to get into our interview segment. We have a great show. I should really not have this gum in my mouth. I just reminded my guest the same thing. But I'm going to wing it. Anyway, we have some great guests today that are all going to be participating in the NYC Live Fashion Week event here in New York City this Wednesday. And I'm going to introduce them now as soon as I make sure that their mics are on. Is their mics on? I guess their mics are on.
Mic check, mic check.
Mic check, everything. Okay, fine. All right, so we're going to start. Amelia Moore, welcome to the show, sweetie. Let everybody know who you are and what you do really quickly.
What's up, everybody in Carrie's Corner? My name is Amelia Moore, your host with the most from UBC TV, as well as the co-host of the pre-show for NYC Live at Fashion Week. Yes. I'm also an author and a consultant.
Yeah, I've been wanting you to be on the show for years.
I've been wanting to
So
come.
it's really dope that you're here. It's an honor
Thank
to have you on
you.
the show. Equally an honor, Mr. Malcolm Staples, all the way from the District of Columbia. He's a designer. And you can tell by looking at him, because he's the only person in here that's wearing shades. You know a person is like real high profile when they're wearing dark shades inside. Except Kevon, but that's a whole different story. So, Malcolm Staples from Washington, D.C. Welcome to the Kerry's Corner Radio Show.
Welcome. Thank you very much for being here. I bring you greetings from the nation's capital.
Yes, the nation's capital.
We're happy to be here in New York, Brooklyn to be specific.
Yep, Brooklyn, New
And
York.
looking forward to the show on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, we have the lovely and eclectic. Look, we're going to take plenty of pictures today, you guys. We got some good-looking people in the studio. Iman Brown, welcome to the show, sweetheart.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So, are you a designer?
I am a supermodel.
See, a perfect mix. And I should have guessed that, right?
I am designing a collection though, so don't write me off as a designer too fast.
Can you multitask here?
Yes.
Malcolm, are you going to be providing clothes that Iman's going to be wearing?
Yes.
Does she know that?
Well, she didn't know it just a few minutes ago that she's on my list.
Oops, okay. That's interesting. So I'm going to start with you because you're the principal designer here in the studio, right? Men and women? Or is
Yes,
it just women?
both men and women.
Men
yes.
and women, okay. So what inspires you first to become a designer?
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, one of the things I was very much influenced as a kid, I used to see my grandfather wear suits to the barbershop.
I know that's right.
And that was just weird to me because this guy would dress up to go to the barbershop and to be the sharpest dude there, and it was just the talk of the town. And so that was very inspiring to me. And I always said I want to be like Granddaddy because he was the cleanest dude. First time I'd ever seen somebody wear a custom suit. And it was just
Did he wear a custom suit to the barbershop?
He was wearing custom suits to the barbershop.
Wow, he was not playing.
And his thing was, this is his uniform. This is what he's going to wear. This is how he wanted to establish himself in the community. And everyone knew when he walked in the door, they was just waiting to see what he's going to wear next.
That's dope.
So that was very influential to me. And then I wanted to learn. I was pretty good at sketching.
Okay.
And then it kind of evolved into wanting to do design and stuff like that. So it became kind of a natural thing for me. But I kind of got distracted going through the business route and working in corporate America, but then my passion was really something I wanted to do, and when I had an opportunity to move back into the fashion part, I did that. And so I'm just happy I was able to do that at a time where I can still enjoy doing what I'm doing now.
I know that's right because like I went to school and for criminal justice, got straight A's and the dean's list and all this other stuff, and I was like, I don't want to like be in law. Like that's not what I want to do. You know, your passion is your passion. Like you never can let go of that. Obviously, we got to pay the bills. We got to do what we got to do.
Yep.
But you don't. And true artists, it like it gnaws at you. You know what I mean? Like, so I know what you're feeling from that perspective. So one thing I always wanted to ask a designer, I don't think I ever got to really ask this question. Like the sewing, how do you go from patterns to the sewing? Like seems difficult.
I mean, it's like anything else, like being a mechanic. There's a process. There's a step 1, step 2, step 3 in terms of doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, cutting is extremely important to anything. If you can't cut, you can't design.
Right.
I mean, you can sketch anything you want, but if you can't execute and put it together so that it is part of the process of putting and making sure that the fit is right. So I learned that very early as a youngster, the technicalities of sketching and cutting. Cutting is really the kind of the foundation of what I do. In terms of when I call my business Malcolm's Custom Made to Fit. If the shoulders don't fit, it doesn't fit. I mean, it's just the way it is. I don't care what I design. That's kind of a foundation. But you have to, it's just a technical process. It's a step-by-step process of putting something together. And you can't cheat. You can't cheat and you can't cut corners. When you cut corners, you cut.
No pun intended.
And that's basically what happens. You can't do that. You really have to follow the basic rules of putting together a garment.
Wow.
And some things you can get by because you've done it enough, but you can't cheat. You can't cheat a foundational part of a garment because it's just not going to last. It's not going to work. That's really important.
So I have to ask this question. This is one of my favorite questions to ask designers. If you could design an outfit for any famous person, living or dead, I'll give you 3 females and 3 males.
Oh, it's easy for me. The first one, Barack Obama. I tried.
Okay.
I mean, he would be the first one. Denzel Washington, the second one.
Okay.
And just literally, I mean, I was just talking about this. I like Eddie Murphy. I mean, for some reason, I thought those 3 people. He's a comedian. You had the president, and you had something like that. I thought that would be a great opportunity for women. Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, and right now the current vice president of the United States. If I had an opportunity to put some clothes on that dryware, anyway, I would do that right now. I mean, give me a call, White House. I'd do it for free.
I don't want to open the doors for conversations about Kamala Harris because I'm not a fan. Period. End of story. We'll just leave it at that. We ain't gonna get into politics. I ain't a fan, but yeah, okay, that's pretty dope.
I second that emotion.
Yeah, I'm not a fan at all. When it comes to your models, you've done fashion shows before,
Yes.
right? Is this your first New York City fashion show?
No, this is my third time I've done this show, and again, it's a process. If I don't have the right models, I'm not showing my garment. It's just that simple. I've gotten burned by using the wrong models, showing the wrong clothes, and you never can go back. You get one snapshot. So picking the right models, wearing the right clothes is very important.
Okay.
And if a model decides that they don't want to wear something and I'm putting together, I'm going to find somebody who will.
And so is this your first time doing NYC Live?
No, this is my third time.
This is your third time.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what is it like? Like, how do you determine? Because I don't think that you get the opportunity to see the models prior.
No.
But how does that even work? So you just get there with your clothes and you got to find somebody?
Well, and one thing about technology now with Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, you get a chance to see people in their raw.
Right.
Like, for example, walking around, playing around, you can see if they walk, they got personality. And so it's not just seeing a pretty young lady or a handsome guy on a comp card, because those things don't come to life if they don't have life.
Right.
So I ask for a walking video usually, and I look at their Instagram and their Facebook, their social media, just to kind of get a feel for these individuals and see if it's a pretty good match. Because the numbers are the numbers. The numbers don't lie. You know, sometimes you'll get the comp cards, they're not up to date, and so you have to be conscious of who's going to actually fit aesthetically your design. So that's really how it starts. And a lot of it's luck. You hope you can pick the right one and you get the right situation.
Do you design the pieces specifically for the models, or do you alter something that you've already created?
Because I've done this a long time. I've gotten a list pretty early, and I started to make clothes and design them for a certain particular model that I want. So yeah, there's a lot of custom involved in that part of it. And then if you're a size 2 or you're a size 4, there's a certain dimension of numbers that you're going to cut for anyway. So I'm usually pretty good at that part of it.
Okay, 2 more questions, then we're going to switch to the ladies. I want you to look at Amelia. I want you to look at me, right? If you could design an outfit for Miss Moore and for myself, give us kind of an idea of what you would put us in. Would you put her in a dress? Would you put her in a skirt? Would you put me in a suit? I hope not. But whatever. What would you like to see us in? I purposely didn't choose you, Iman, for a reason. So, ladies first.
Well, I saw Amelia when she walked in. So one of the things I would do is I would accentuate. She's just a very good-looking young lady, so I don't have to do much. I got to make something that's going to accentuate the top part, and she has a little junk in the trunk. So I would make sure that whatever we do is going to be accentuating her silhouette.
Nice of you to notice.
That's one of the things. And for you,
so would it be a dress, a gown, or like?
Well, no, I do a little bit of everything. So I might do a skirt or a long kind of a pencil skirt type of thing that accentuates. And right now I'm into this puffy sleeve bolero cut type blouses that I would probably do something like that. So it's a puffy on the top, kind of a slim fit on the bottom, and that would be the kind of the look I would go with.
I like that.
Okay. Okay.
Pencil skirts too.
And what about your boy?
Oh, and because you don't want to wear a suit, I would do it anyway.
I mean, but it's not about what I want to wear. It's what you would put me in.
Well, I would try to do something that might be a little bit against the grain of what you do. You're in the radio and whatever. You probably don't wear a lot of suits, so I would probably do something like that, something that you would never do. I would put you in a suit.
Okay.
And I would try to make it fit your body. I wouldn't do a slim fit suit because you're not a slim dude.
Right.
That's not a cut. That's just a reality. You hear guys, I have Some of my clients are football players are 6'7" and weigh 365 pounds. Bro, you can't wear a slim suit.
Right.
Because you're not slim.
My mother would love you for putting me in a suit.
I can put you in a suit that's going to look and accentuate your body, but you're not slim, baby. So I can't do that.
Iman, welcome to the Carrie's Corner Radio Show.
Thank you.
What is it? This is probably not your first time walking for Fashion Week.
It is not my first time.
Of course it isn't. I wouldn't think so. What is most exciting about walking in Fashion Week? And then I'm going to get laughed at by my team because I couldn't help but notice as you smiled. Your teeth. I'm a teeth person. I have to say this. She has beautiful teeth. Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
I hate to embarrass you, but I love teeth.
You have a beautiful smile.
Nice
as well.
teeth. I just got my teeth clean. But yeah. So, what are your thoughts about walking in Fashion Week? All eyes are going to be on you.
Honestly, it's my favorite part. I've been modeling since 2004.
Okay.
And so every runway that I've been on, I live on the runway. So it's my favorite part.
A couple of years ago, actually it's been more than a couple of years ago, I used to work for a local designer in Brooklyn. And it was my job to put together the fashion show, right? That we took in different cities and different states around the country. And the first day that I auditioned models, I picked females with Jennifer Lopez looking bodies and guys that would muscles and all that other stuff. And as it turned out, that was wrong. That was all wrong. My boss was like, "What are you doing? Why do these people look like this?" I'm like, "Bro, he looks like Denzel and she looks like, I don't know, Halle Berry. What's wrong with them?" I was taught that a model is a walking mannequin. So the walk is in and of itself is important, correct? So how explain to me the walk. You mean to tell me you can't smile? You're not supposed to smile.
It depends on what the designer wants.
Okay.
Some designers want you to be cheerful. Some designers want you to be fierce. You just have to listen to their instructions and follow it. The best way I can describe a catwalk is like walking on a tightrope.
Okay.
One foot in front of the other, and don't have your arms swinging all over the place.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Keep it elegant, shoulders down, relaxed, pelvis forward, chin up. Chin down, but head up,
You listen to all this, keep on, because we're going to be watching. And I know one thing that's super important. I'm saying this with Mr. Cox in the room. The line at the end of the runway where you're supposed to walk all the way up to the line where the photographers are at.
Yes.
How much time do you spend on that line on your turn and whatever before you go back?
3 Mississippis.
Look, turn around. See? Mr. Cox knows his business. Amelia, welcome to the Carrie's Corner Radio Show.
Thank you for having me.
I am just so happy to have you on the show. You do so many great things. Are you excited to be doing
I am.
I know you've done it years ago.
I've done it years ago, but I'm really excited because I'm really walking into my television hosting career.
Congratulations.
So for me this year to actually be part of NYC Live, it's like 360 all over again, I'm actually manifesting where I started because Michael gave me my start years ago.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah.
He's a dope.
William Michael Reed, we love you.
We do love you. So talk about your show.
Well, UBC TV Network is a brand new television network owned and operated by Peggy Dotson, black woman, CEO, kicking butt, taking names. And basically, we're a network that's priding ourselves in controlling the narrative. Because when you control the narrative, you control the stories.
Right.
And it's all about diversity and culture. And, for this year, 22, it's time for me to do. A lot of people have known me to do a lot of different things.
Yes.
But this year, I'm really concentrating on me. So my speaking business, my consulting business, putting my book out for real this time instead of playing around, CEO versus CEO, and my television career. So I'm very excited. And I'm also acting. So I'm really transitioning into this creative instead of the executive, which I'm embracing wholeheartedly.
What's up. Congratulations. And I know every time I see you at an event that I'm at, I know that I'm at the right event. Amelia is one of those people, when you see her there, okay, I'm at the who's who. So this is going to be a really dope situation. We're going to get into our artist spotlight. and we're gonna come back in the next hour, and we're gonna really talk fashion with the three of you. Sheena Easton is our artist spotlight artist of the week. Sheena Easton is a Scottish singer, songwriter, and actress with dual British-American citizenship. I didn't know that. Sheena Easton came into the public eye in an episode of the first British musical reality television program called The Big Time Pop Singer, which recorded her attempts to gain a record contract and her eventual signing with EMI Records. Sheena Easton's hits include the James Bond theme For Your Eyes Only, Strut, You Got the Look, The Arms of Orion with Prince, The Lover in Me, which was my favorite single and album of hers, and What Comes Naturally. She's also worked with prominent vocalists and producers, including Prince, Christopher Neal, Kenny Rogers, David Foster, Louis Miguel, L.A. Reid and Babyface, my favorite Patrice Rushen, and Nile Rodgers. I mean, if she hasn't worked with the best of the best, I don't know who has. Let's give it up for the artist spotlight this week, Sheena Easton on Kerry's Corner.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Just kick back, relax, and listen to this week's Artist Spotlight.
I hope this reason's better than the one you gave me.
Can't you feel that I'm right by your side? Can't you see your life's not over? Open the door, there's no need to hide. Let me supply you. I'm here to baby satisfy. Oh, you can't deny my love. Let me kiss your tears away. I wanna give you better days. You can't deny my love. I'll be water, joy you bring. Your sunshine and rain. I'll be water, joy you bring. Your sunshine and rain.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the.
Hey, it's Mike Shannon, and you're listening to Club Classics on Kerry's Corner.
Get the point? Good. Let's dance.
been watching you. Yeah. I know you wanna get up. Yeah. Come on. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Let the music take control. Find a groove and let yourself go. When the room begins to sway, you know what I'm trying to say. Come on, take a chance. Get up and start the dance. Let the DJ shake you. Let the music take you. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Let your body take a ride. Feel the beat and step inside. Music makes the world go round. You can turn your troubles upside down. Gonna have to change your mind. Gonna leave your troubles behind. Your body gets the notion when your feet can make the motion. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Dance and sing, get up and do your thing. Dance and sing, get up and do your thing. Dance and sing, get up and do your thing. Dance and sing, get up and do your thing. I know you've been waiting. Yeah, I see you sitting there across the room. Yeah, I've been watching you. Yeah, come on, come on. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Let the music take control. Find a groove and let yourself go. When the room begins to sway, you know what I'm trying to say. Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing. Everybody, come on, dance and sing.
And we're back on the Kerry's Corner Radio Show with our special guest Iman, and I have a lot of questions to ask you.
I like that.
So you're from Los Angeles.
I am, yes.
What part of LA you from?
Inglewood.
Okay. Right where the Super Bowl was at, huh?
Yes, the
Okay.
Rams took home the championship.
Congratulations.
Shout out LA.
I didn't watch, so I don't know.
Oh, I didn't either.
I'm one of those.
But I know what's
anti-NFL.
up. I know what's up.
Okay, that's what's up. Congratulations to the Rams. So how old were you when you came? 21 years young when you came to New York City?
When I came to New York,
wasn't
yes.
that frightening for you coming all the way across the country?
Absolutely not.
No?
As a matter of fact, I didn't plan on living in New York. I came for a week vacation with my mom.
Okay.
And because New York had always been my dream, my vision to move here for fashion, I stayed on the last day that I was supposed to fly back to California.
Oh, well, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
But I have to ask this question, of course. Being from Southern California, like today, it's brutally cold here.
Ugh, tell me about
in
it.
LA, over the weekend, it was like in the upper 80s.
80 degrees, yeah.
Yeah, you missed that a little bit?
I mean, I'm bi-coastal, so if I need the sunshine, it's just nothing but a flight away.
I've lived in the Northeast all my life. 24 years in Boston, 23 years in Boston, 25 years here, and I hate the cold.
Oh, yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah.
Hate it. 1 year in Philadelphia. I've always lived, except for 2 years, my math is off, except for about 2 years when I lived in Houston. I was too young to care about the weather, but I hate the cold. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Miss Earth United States.
Yes.
Can we all clap it up for that? I mean, Miss Earth United States. Like, eat your heart out, Vanessa Williams.
Oh.
So, talk to me about that. What is that? Is it just, what is that? That's dope.
It is an internationally known beauty pageant that promotes environmental awareness.
Wow. Wow. Now that's serious.
Yes.
Wow. That's congratulations.
The earth is important.
Yeah.
Yes.
We get everything from the earth.
You think?
So.
Mother Earth.
I do. I want to ask you another question too. In regard to because I don't usually read bios, but I want to see what you were all about. And it says here that you've done Paris Fashion Week as well as Fashion Week here in New York. What are the differences between your experience between Paris Fashion Week and here in New York City? Because both of the cities are global fashion capitals.
Yes.
So what are the differences in terms of the way that their fashions are and their shows are? I'm interested in hearing your opinion on that.
The best way I can describe it is New York Fashion Week is like an espresso martini.
Okay.
Whereas Paris is like a quick espresso.
Paul, do you drink coffee? Because I don't. I'm still clueless because I don't.
I didn't really get it either. I love iced coffee, and I'll drink it like every single day, no matter the weather.
He's clueless.
Well, I'm saying I use that analogy because New York is exciting and it's electric and it's fun and it's no place like New York.
Paris isn't.
Paris is much slower than New York.
Okay.
Much more a place where people take their time.
Oh, okay.
And
like Los Angeles, no shade. But LA is definitely laid back.
LA is nothing like Paris.
Yeah. Oh, wow, damn.
Paris is just it's just a beautiful city, and you feel that beautiful energy when you're there.
So what are the shows like? What's the difference between the shows, would you say?
Well, European fashion shows really do put more emphasis on the supermodel mannequin figure.
Right, okay.
Whereas American fashion now is more inclusive of all body types and different types of models.
Got
so
you.
I would say that's the biggest difference there.
Okay. Which do you enjoy more, would you say? New York?
Put me on any runway.
I
will turn out any runway.
Put her on the Sydney, Australia Fashion Week. Are you looking forward to the designs by this gentleman next to you?
Absolutely. I was just telling him before we started this show that we briefly met Fashion Week in September.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't in his show then, but I'll be happy to be walking in his collection this time around.
I'm telling you.
So Malcolm, I don't know. Well, I mean, it's not like this is radio. People can't see.
Right.
What do you have planned for Iman to wear?
Well, I actually was just looking at a piece. It's going to be very alluring. It's going to accentuate her long legs.
Okay.
And it's going to be fitted to the body.
Okay.
And she's going to do everything else. She's going to breathe some life into this dead outfit, and then it's going to come. It's going to come to life.
What? And please, the both of you, this is just be honest. This is the most honest show ever. Sometimes too honest. Bad characteristics of a bad model characteristics of a great model. I'm not even talking about necessarily how they look. We'll start with you, Iman. Honesty now. Honest.
Definitely a bad attitude will turn anyone away. Okay. So a model with a bad attitude or low self-esteem is kind of a turn-off. And typically a bad attitude is a result of low self-esteem. Right. So come see me. I have a course for that.
I love it.
Modeling course for that.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yes. And a good model, may I answer? A good model is professional. Okay. You know, she knows what she's doing, and she's there to work.
And she has a walk.
Yeah. Well,
I cannot stand models that go on the floor and they're just dragging.
Yeah. She's polite. She's kind.
Yeah.
But she has a walk. She has a panache on the stage.
Not the ones that look like just robots and just
death.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, a model who can walk really well can still have a bad attitude.
That's true.
That's true.
So I think I watched the episode of what's her name? Tyra Banks.
America's Next Top Model.
Only because Janet Jackson. No. I was watching the Tyra Banks show.
Oh.
I'm a huge Janet Jackson fan. You can tell by the music playing in the background.
Okay.
So when Janet interviewed Tyra, I watched because Janet was on there, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember Tyra was saying that Janet Jackson had a great model walk, and Janet, of course, was like, no, I don't know how to walk, and blah, blah. And so Janet asked Tyra how to teach her to walk like a model. And if I remember correctly, I should have wrote this down. She said, you have to act like you have to combine these three things in your head. You're bored, you're better than everybody else. And there was another component that Tyra suggested that you keep in mind when you're walking. You're bored, you're better than everybody else, and something else. And Janet did it with those three mental thoughts in her
cues.
Head. Yeah. So what would be yours?
Ooh.
How would you tell a woman or a guy, what do you think about this when you're walking?
Confidence is key.
Okay.
Everybody's there to see you, so give them something to see.
Right.
And enjoy yourself.
Okay.
Runway shows only last maximum 10 minutes. You walk maybe twice max. So on that time when you're on your runway, it's your runway.
Malcolm, as a designer, and keep on, you can remember from last year, right? You have the models that do clearly what they're supposed to be doing, and then you have one or two who just, and it's usually a guy, that want to just like take their shirt off, do extra stuff, do twirls. And does that annoy you as a designer? Does it take away from?
It annoys me. In fact, you try to tell people up front that it's not. I use this term. I don't like hot dogging or on the stage.
Hot dogging.
Because it's not about. And this is. I always say this all the time. It's very hard to tell beautiful women or handsome guys. It's not about them.
Right.
It's about my clothes.
It's about the clothes.
And if my clothes don't get a chance to showcase, then your presence and your participation was a waste of time.
Yeah, we don't care about what your pecs look like, Mr. Man.
This is about
I know you do.
Showing the designer's clothes.
Right.
And when I said earlier about breathing life, I want a model who could breathe the life into these garments. And I get a snapshot. So I don't want hot dogging. I don't want it to be about that person. If my clothes, basically don't get seen, then it was a waste of a process, because that's what this is about. We can all eat together, but if it's just one person eating and no one else gets a chance to get some of this dinner or lunch or whatever, then we all lose. So if I pick the right model, and I know that person has the right temperament to do whatever, we're going to all eat, and it's going to all be a beautiful situation.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to add to it, because when I first came into New York, I was modeling. You know what I mean?
No,
that was what I came to New York
obviously,
for.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of hung that up. But one of the things that they taught me at Grace Del Marco was that as a model, you're a hanger.
Right.
And your purpose is to display the clothes. So if the clothes is flowing, you must show the flowing.
Right.
If there's an accentuation in the waist, you must do something to do that without taking away from the outfit.
Okay.
And that's why I was saying the walk is so important.
Yeah.
Because I agree, bad attitude is doesn't get you rebooked. But if you got a mean walk, some of them will deal with that attitude just because you know how to hang those clothes on that line.
So I want to ask you, Amelia, could you give if there are any aspiring models that may be listening, what kind of advice would you give them?
I would tell them know the business. I would tell them network because your network is your net worth.
Okay.
I would tell them to take a class. You know what I mean? Like this young lady has, because knowledge is power, and this is a business. And when you go in real green, it shows.
So so when you're at the event, right? Don't just go there and put on your clothes and take off your clothes. You should be networking with who? Other models, other designers, producers. Who should they be talking to?
Well, I mean, it's not that type of networking. When you're at work, you're at work. So you should be following direction, doing what you need to do. There's usually a set schedule: hair, makeup, design, fitting, etc., etc. You usually, depending on the type of show, you have a dresser. So you just really only are concerned about being that hanger.
Okay.
You know, it depends on the level of the show. But afterwards, you know what I mean? Or if you came early, because 15 minutes, a half an hour before is actually on time. If they tell you to be there at 3 o'clock,
Right.
you should be there at 2:45
Exactly.
or 2:30. So that's the opportunity to really take it in. People notice, and if they notice you, you notice them.
Right.
But it's not about being a thirsty model neither, because nobody likes that.
Okay, I'm going to ask you the same. I'm going to direct to you the same question that I directed towards Malcolm and Imam. Bad traits, good traits. Because there are, like I said, I'm focusing on this because there are a lot of people that are going to want to get into this business.
Good traits is a model that understands how to walk, understands the importance of that mark that you spoke about earlier, so that there are shots that are taken,
Right.
and also can take direction well,
Okay.
and understands timing. Timing is everything, and be able to walk elegantly on your feet even if another model messes up. Never let them see you sweat. That's an excellent model. A bad model, and I don't really like to say a bad model, but an inexperienced, because it's really never about good or bad. It's just
Right.
about whether you know what you're doing or you don't.
Right.
It's just one that thinks it's all about them.
Of course.
And
See,
and-
Kevon, and I was just sitting in the front row.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really not good. It's not a good look.
Yeah, I guess those are the ones that just take a long time on the runway and.
Well, here's a good point for all models. Always remember that your reputation reps you. So if you get this rep of a girl that walks and knocks it out, you're going to be a supermodel like homegirl over here.
Right.
But if you're somebody that comes in late, sloppy, not really ready, hair dirty, you know what I mean, face wrecked, you know, not really well moisturized and ready for makeup, you know, it starts repping. It's, you know, nails not done, that type of stuff. The fine details is important. Again, you're a hanger.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean,
anybody, all of you can answer this next question that I'm going to ask. Just, you know, we'll take it one at a time. What advice do you give to a brand new designer who's never showed his or her clothes in a fashion show? What type of advice would you give to them? We'll start with you, Malcolm.
And you hear this all the time about being yourself and staying in your lane. I mean, and you master your own lane. I'm a suit maker by trade.
Okay.
I make men and women's suits. I'm pretty good at it. But I've branched out and tried to expand my brand by doing a lot of other things to make me more marketable and to make more money. And so, but at the end of the day, I'm a hell of a suit maker. Now, I can't make a gown like a Valentino, but he can't make a suit like Malcolm Staples.
See?
So my thing is, and that's what I've learned to master. And I would say to any designer, just master your craft by mastering the basics of what you do. You cannot get around foundational essentials of suit making, of walking or modeling or whatever you're doing. You have to master the essentials in order to be better at what you're trying to do.
Amelia, what would you add to that? What advice would you give to a brand new designer who's never done a fashion show before?
Well, first off, I have to shout out my client, Lichi Kimono. I'm wearing her right now.
Dope.
And next season, she's actually going to be doing this. And so this is a discussion that we have.
Okay.
And it's important to understand what your brand is before you even get on the stage and what that looks like and what those models are going to represent and what are the pieces that's going to do it the most efficient way. You know, so that you draw the attention of those potential buyers that are in the audience. Because again, this is a business. It's not about your fans. It's about the buyers.
Right, and I know that's right. Iman, what is your 2 cents?
Well, I'm always mindful of human nature and how most humans value recognition. And so for a new designer, as a model, I notice these things, right? Because I've been modeling for so long, so I can tell when a designer is new and needs, some sort of reassurance that, okay, give them the compliments where they deserve the compliments. Don't criticize or condemn, because that only defaults confidence. You want to build on the strengths of every individual, right? But for a new designer specifically, compliment them on what's right, what they're doing right. And if something is out of place or out of order, that's where the professionalism comes in. You could kindly suggest things, but like he said, you stay in your lane, you know what I mean? And you just allow the designer to sort of figure it out.
Right.
And I think that's the best you can do.
I'd like to add to that, because as I'm transitioning from an executive to talent, I'm understanding talent. Your role is to be to understand, not necessarily to be understood. So if you see something that is incorrect, you know what I mean? You really have to decide, is that really affecting me? And if it is, then a polite way, because it's not your job.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean? And you have to stay conscientious of that. And as an executive, you're looking at everything.
Right.
So I've been training myself how not to look at everything, but just pay attention to what I'm supposed to do.
Exactly.
And that's critical as talent.
Yeah. Personally, I prefer solutions rather than opinions.
Yeah.
So if there is a critique that needs to be had, don't give your opinion on that. Give a solution on how it could become better.
Excellent.
Well, one of the things, I get criticized for this all the time. I'm really anal when it comes to my collection. So, and no one knows my collection better than I do.
Right.
So I'm kind of a hands-on person. I do everything. I tie my own ascots. I tie my own neckties. I don't want somebody tying it a certain way. And they say, well, Malcolm, we want to help you. No, you can't help me by doing something that I don't want.
Right.
And so I had to learn how to balance that in terms of what the overall look is going to be. I tie my ascots a certain way. I don't want you to tie a 4-in-1 knot on a necktie. I don't want to do that. I want to do something very different. So it's learning what works and what doesn't. But I'm also open to people helping me understand, Malcolm, you can't do everything.
And that's part of it, yeah.
You have to be balanced with that.
So I don't know what that loud sound is. I mean, you guys in Radio Land can't hear it, but this is, I don't know, it's like, are we having an earthquake?
I hope it's not thunder.
Iman, did you bring?
No, I didn't bring earthquake. I didn't.
Over here?
No, only sunshine.
Let's give out our contact information. Amelia, we'll start with you.
Sure, it's very simple. It's Amelia Ismore, AmeliaIsmore. And if I may, it's UBC TV Network. And last, Lychee Kimono, Kimono. And shout out to BT, the artist, because that's another one of my clients, and he's really coming up the ranks.
You should have him come to the show someday.
Yeah, we got to make that happen.
Okay, all right. Malcolm?
You can find me on Facebook under Malcolm Staples, MALCOLM. I have 2 L's in my name, Staples, STAPLES, and I'm on Instagram at Executive, DEXECUTIVEDONE, Executive One. That's me on Instagram, and either of those 2 platforms, you can catch me there.
And last but not least, the lady from La La Land. That was too many L's. That's what that was.
My name again is Iman Jasmine Brown, and you can follow me or find me at Love Iman B.
I look forward to spending a wonderful evening with all of you on Wednesday here in Lower Manhattan. And Alve, shout out to Alve. Alve Alexander will be celebrating her birthday. I have the honor of going all the way up to Harlem in the freezing cold. Although I think it's going to be a nice day that day, and getting her cake. But hey, she deserves it. Shout out to my brother Michael Catlow Cox. I love it when I haven't been to a fashion show with him in a while because of the COVID, and he's going to events, and I've only gone to 1 or 2. But he always makes it very interesting. Junior, you are going to have a very interesting time with your mentor in that pit. Amelia, is there something you want to add before we go
shout
to
out to William Michael Reed, James Goodwin, and Seven,
shout out to you,
the team.
Yes.
Yep.
And NYC Live.
Thank you all for being on the Carrie's Corner Radio Show. We got a half an hour of some really great old school music that Andre is going to play while we cut this cake. So happy birthday to Paul Dorsa.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Michael Catlow Cox. Happy birthday to Justin Time. And happy birthday to Kevon Merrill. Let's go.
Woo!
Sitting in my class, just drifting away, staring into the windows of the world. Yeah, I can't hear the teacher. His books won't call me at all. I don't see the bad boys trying to get some play, 'cause I love you so. Have you ever loved someone so much you thought you died, giving so much of yourself? It seems the only way. Tell me what you want and I will give it to you. 'Cause you are my love. Do you ever dream me cold and rain?
I said this is how it's done and you don't stop. Check it out, tic tac. Towing, 3 in a row, and sit back, relax, and listen to a pro. As I start going, blowing, flowing, showing, and moving MCs that I'm the capital H-A, though I decent. This is my yard, and better yet, my precinct. No discontent because I'm all about pleasing. You like my style, I'm buck wild, I'm bananas, I'm out of hand, extravaganza was the
Lately there seems to be some insecurity about the way I feel, where I wanna be. Boy, you know it's with you.
Jigga. Feel the funk. Molly Mall. At times, you can find me in the city sinning, or in the studio touching the track up like pretty women, spitting venom with the snake skins in. Apply the pressure to you and your men's in. Damage I do, career ending. Y'all know what I'm representing. Fun, extra low, got a 1 on the 10 next to dough. Y'all best to know I'm not alone, ma. Music when I can try with shy and I, ha ha.
It's been so long, girl, without you.
Say what?
And I swear I hate living without you. Need some peace of mind. I've been fine without you. Tomorrow won't come if I spend the night without you. You're the one for this love thing I'm feeling, and I can't fight this urge that I'm feeling. Baby, can't you see this destiny I'm feeling? Spend the night and let me show you what I'm feeling.
Come on.
I don't want to be alone. Why don't you stay with me, baby? You say you never go.
After midnight and she's on your phone, saying come over 'cause she's all alone. I could tell it was your ex by your tone. Why is she calling now after so long? Now what is it that she wants? Tell me what is it that she needs? Did she hear about the brand new biz that you just bought for me? 'Cause y'all didn't have no kids, didn't share no mutual friends, and you told me that she turned trick when y'all broke up in '96. What you gon' do when you can't say no, and the feelings start to show? Boy, I really need to know. And how you gonna act, how you gonna handle that? What you gon' do when she wants you back? What you gon' do when you can't say no, and the feelings start to show? Boy, I really need to know. And how you gonna act, how you gonna handle that? What you gon' do when she wants you back?
Just matters that I'm in love with you. It only matters that you love me too. It doesn't matter if they won't accept you. I'm accepting of you and the things you do, just as long as it's you. Nobody
stop only you know. I guess it's all in my mind. Take your time, think it over. Let me know what you wanna do, baby. It's all good. Every little thing I do, you're crazy. Every little thing I do, you're crazy. Every little thing I do, you're
my stilo, I'll be hitting them and canning them for millenniums and the craniums. The cash rates will take your girl and your diamond necklaces. I'll take a stretch in your Lexuses. I can't wait a minute, how you gonna call it funkin'? It ain't got no funk in it. The cash rates and the fantasy, you know we're drilling them. Girl, I get you off like Johnny Cochran.
Every little thing I do, you're crazy. Every little thing I do, you're every little thing I do.
Andre Jones in the mix.
From the radio to the TV screen, anything you want or ever need, it's on Carrie's Corner. It's on Carrie's